Hey y'all, welcome and/or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae, if you didn't know, and today is another Missing Monday episode. So if y'all ready, let's go. So before we start real quick, I just want to let y'all know that my allergies have been kicking my ass this past week, and so my sinus is all jacked up and I probably sound a little bit nasally, so my apologies, but I can't do nothing about that. But anyways, we just gonna go ahead and jump right into the case, and today we're gonna be talking about Dawnita Wilkerson. Dawnita was born on March 14, 1976 in Evansville, Indiana, and she was a mother of 6 children, the oldest being 22 and the youngest 2 being 15-year-old twin girls. As usual, there's not really too much known about her early life, but she was described as a super funny person, like gonna make you laugh 10 times out of 10. Super funny person with like just a heart of gold. It was said that she was just such a kind-hearted individual and just super funny. Now we're gonna jump straight on into 2020, which is the year of her disappearance. So it's June 2020, and at this particular time Dawnita is staying with her brother, and on this day, the 20th of June, Dawnita was last seen by her kids leaving the house, saying that she would be right back. And she left the house, and basically she just hasn't been seen since. The next morning, when nobody had heard from her and nobody could get in contact with her, particularly her 15-year-old girls, they knew something was wrong. So they was pretty much the first ones to kind of like have their spidey senses tingling and saying like, hey, this ain't like my mom to not contact us at all. Because Dawnita was known to call her mom at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. I don't know why she was up that early, but for whatever reason, she was always up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she would call her mom, and her mama was up too. So maybe they just early bird type of family. But anyways, so she would call her mom at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and on this day, she didn't call her. And her girls was trying to get in contact with her, but they couldn't get in contact with her either. And it wasn't like she just wasn't answering her phone or nothing like that. Like by 9 o'clock a.m. her phone was either dead or turned off. So that also raised a red flag, and that was super concerning for the family. So they did their due diligence that day and was trying to contact her and get in contact with her and figure out if anybody else had got in contact with her throughout that whole day. And once they realized that nobody had spoken to her, they called the police the very next day and reported her missing. Now, once the police got involved, it kind of had came out that a couple days before Dawnita disappeared, she had been getting threatening phone calls and text messages. Now, I don't know if she told her like immediate family about this, but she did tell one of her family members and a friend. The messages that Dawnita was getting was coming from 2 men. It was one from her ex, and then the others were from his uncle, so her ex's uncle. And they was basically saying stuff like, I'm gonna kill you and nobody gonna find you. Just basically threatening her and her family's lives. And she told them that if anything happened to her, they was the ones who did it. And on the day that she went missing, she actually texted somebody and told somebody that she was with the 2 men. Now, it's unclear of why she was with them, but just my guess, my own speculation, this has not been confirmed or anything like that, but my guess would be that if she was with these 2 men that was threatening her lives, they more than likely threatened the lives of somebody super close to her, like probably her children or something like that, if she didn't agree to meet up with them, at least, you know what I mean? So that's what I think, because otherwise I don't think she would have gone with these people. But again, that's just my own speculation. I really don't know. Nobody knows why she was with them, but she did tell somebody that, you know, hey, I'm with these people, just so you know. Now, just about a month after Dawnita disappeared, the police come across a couple pieces of evidence that they share with the family, but they don't disclose to the media or let out into the public just yet out of fear of jeopardizing the case. But about 8 months later, the information that the police found out a month after she disappeared, they ended up releasing that information to the media. So it was previously believed that she was last seen by her family members leaving her brother's house, saying that she would be right back. But the police have found CCTV footage of her actually leaving a motel the next day. So the day after it was believed that she was last seen, she was actually seen on CCTV footage leaving a motel. So on the CCTV footage from the motel, Dawnita was actually seen leaving in a silver 2016 Chevy Suburban, and it had a sunroof and tinted windows. And that was the description of the vehicle that she left in. Now, when she left, the police said that it is believed that she traveled west towards Illinois. Now, mind y'all, she in Indiana right now. So she traveled west in the Suburban to Illinois, and it was believed that she was either going to the Carbondale or Marion areas. So that was the new information that they had released to the public that they knew about a month after. And what's really, really troubling about this to me is the fact that those two places, Carbondale and Marion, Illinois, are the places that the people who were sending her threatening messages are from. It had came out later on that the police ended up finding the owner of the Suburban. Now, this ain't confirmed or nothing like that, but if I like processed and heard and read everything correctly, the person that they found who owned the Suburban is one of the two people who was sending her those messages. So they found the owner. However, the owner is unwilling to cooperate with the police. They say he's not cooperating at all. So kind of a dead end there. They didn't find the truck yet. They haven't found that at all. But like I said, they found the owner, and he just flat out like, can't help you, buddy. And I don't understand that. I just don't understand that. I don't. Anyways, I think they know the license plates of the truck, but they haven't released it to the media, which, why wouldn't y'all release the license plate so that just in case somebody actually come across it and they see it, they would be able to like report it or tell y'all where it's at? I don't know, because if I see a Chevy Suburban, we can't call it every Chevy Suburban that we see in Illinois. Like, that don't make no sense. If we know the license plates, which I'm pretty sure they done destroyed by now, then it could probably help. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. They're not releasing the license plate number, but they are still looking for the Suburban. So, and check this though, they haven't named now one of these two men as a suspect. That's why I'm not saying their names in this video, because I know their names, but they haven't put them out as suspects yet. So since they haven't put them out in the media, I'm not going to put them out in the media. But I just don't understand, because this man who, well, first of all, one of the men who has been sending her threatening text messages is a former boyfriend who has had abuse allegations put against him for Dawnita. If I'm not mistaken, she had a restraining order or like a protection order or something like that that got dropped. It's just so many things to me that say like these are suspects, arrest them. I don't understand. Like, there's so much circumstantial evidence, in my opinion. Again, not a detective, but there's so much circumstantial evidence that it's like, y'all can't even arrest them on suspicion of murder. Is that a thing? Can you do that? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an investigator. I'm not a DA. I'm not a prosecutor. I don't know all the steps that you need to do, and I don't know all the stuff you need to have to be able to prosecute somebody. But unfortunately, it looks like they are actually looking for a body at this point, because police do believe the foul play was involved. I mean, that seems to be obvious. But like I said, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much circumstantial stuff to arrest these guys, but I guess you just can't do that. I just feel like the police should be doing more to try to solve this, or at least get somebody into custody, or I don't know. I just feel like they should be doing more, because they did everything they needed to do to bring Hannah Potts home. And if y'all not familiar with the Hannah Potts story, so in July of that same year, 2020, Hannah Potts, she was 23 years old. This broad went missing, and yes, I called her a broad, and I have all rights to, because that's just the way I feel. But she went missing, and mind y'all, like I said, she's 23 and she was a white girl. So yes, this is a race thing at this point. Yes, it is, because this girl, she goes missing in July, and 2 days later, and I mean 2 days later, they put all their resources into finding that little girl. Now, I'm not saying that they not putting resources into finding Dawnita. What I'm saying is they made it happen for her. They made sure they found her safe. They made sure that they put their resources into finding that little girl. But the problem that I have with that is that This broad, like I said, she faked it. She was never abducted. She claimed that 2 black men had abducted her while she was doing whatever, taking pictures of fucking farm animals or some shit like that. And it was all a hoax. She wanted to feel what it felt like to be abducted for a manuscript or some stupid shit like that. But like, there are real people out here who are really missing, and for them, and I can't even, I could be mad at the police, but not really, because at the same time, the same way we want them to find Dawnita is the same way that her family wanted them to find her. What I'm saying is, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Those resources that y'all use to find her, use that to put these niggas in jail. Like, somebody need to be held accountable for her disappearance, her death, something. I'm just saying. Like, that just blows my mind. This girl faked her. She faked her disappearance. And then, when it was time for her to get sentenced, because it wasn't just her, it was her and 2 other people. Now, I'm not really 100% sure about how the other 2 people got sentenced, but Hannah Potts got sentenced to a couple years, but the sentence got reduced for some reason to probation, and then, like, I think it's even non-monitored probation. That's not like for sure. But the point is, she don't have to spend no time in jail, and they recommended that she do community service. Like, no, baby, you need to sit behind bars and think about what the hell you done did, because there's real people out here who are really gone missing and who needed those resources, and they spent their time on you, and you was faking it. Like, oh, that just blows my mind. That just, like, just to think about what that did to her family. And her family, just like, oh my goodness, you just don't, you can't even imagine the pain that they going through. And I know one of her children feels so bad, because I forgot to mention that on the morning that she like actually disappeared, like the day after her family seen her, she called her daughter before her phone went blank, and she actually told her daughter that she was in danger. And her daughter had kind of just had like a little, you know, just like a regular mother-daughter argument, like just wasn't seeing eye to eye at that particular moment. And she kind of told her mom, like, look, chill out, you overdoing it, but, like, you know, calm down. And then next thing you know, she really was in danger, and she never saw her mother again. Like, just imagine what, I can't even imagine that being my last conversation with my mom. Like, I know she feels so bad, but if she ever happened to watch this video, I know that that is something that you probably think about, but I promise you, this was not your fault. There was nothing that you could have done to change the circumstances of the situation, and I just want her to understand that. And I know I'm about to cry, because there's a lot of reasons why I'm about to cry, but I just, for her, I don't want that guilt. Anyways, but like I said, her family still puts, oh gosh, I'm crying, but her family still puts, like, they little milestones, tag her in their milestones, like when her daughter started sophomore year in high school, I think, or college, I'm not sure. And her other daughter has a daughter now that Dawnita has not met, and so she'll tag her in, like, her pictures, or you know, just little milestones that happen here and there. And they still hold rallies for, like, finding her. They still be handing out flyers. They do everything that they can to still find their mother. And they are even to the point where, like I said, they are hoping that even somebody who is found deceased is their mom, but at the same time, like, kind of not, because they want that closure. They want to know what happened. They want to be able to, I don't want to say close that chapter, but at least begin to heal behind knowing what happened, or knowing where she is, so they could potentially visit her, take her granddaughter to somewhere where her grandmother lies and rests. They don't have that peace right now. They don't have that closure at all. And I don't know, it just sucks that the police cannot arrest these 2 people, because I really genuinely, if you listen to, like, even a piece of this story, you would probably feel ill, just spit like that, but you would probably feel the same way I feel, like, why can't y'all arrest them? And then it's like, I know there's a such thing as a nobody trial or a no body murder case or something like that. Like, can't y'all do that? Because y'all feel like foul play is involved. Y'all have all this evidence saying that they would have done this. But I'm gonna hold out hope though, because it took 8 years for James Pokopovich to become to get convicted for his wife's murder, and they still are, you know, searching for her body. They don't have a body for her at all. But it took 8 years for that. So hopefully this family can get some type of closure, some type of way. But if you have any information about the disappearance of Dawnita, if y'all don't want to snitch, that's fine. You know, call the anonymous hotline. But like, somebody knows something, and just stop protecting these people, or just give the family the peace that they deserve. And I'm going to put a number here on the screen just in case y'all know something. Y'all can call this number. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this case. This one really, I don't know. This one hurt my heart. They all really touch me. Seriously, they really do. But just going through the stuff and reading everything and just, I don't know, man. I don't know. This one just really hurt my heart. I just really pray that this family gets the closure. Yes, so like I said, that is all for this video. Thank y'all so very much for watching. I pray for peace for I pray for peace for this family. And if y'all want to bring awareness to missing persons cases like these that probably don't get highlighted as much as they should, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.